Vinty, 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 Vinty. The chants of my fans echoed through the door in front of me. One of my two bodyguards wrapped his hand around the doorknob. Please prepare yourself, Miss Vinty. Once I open this door, we'll head straight for our limo. The guard had no reason to fret. I had long since grown used to these crowds. Still, I nodded to put him at ease. After taking a deep breath, he pushed the door. Oh! A crowd of hundreds raised their cameras as soon as I stepped out. My guards waved their arms to shoo them away. This red carpet was for me to walk on, after all. I blew a kiss for these starstruck peasants. She's so pretty though. Miss Vinty, please let us hurry, my bodyguard said. Too bad for him. I strutted along like a model on a catwalk. Oh yes, girl. A group of reporters managed to worm through the crowd. They now tiptoed over my guards in hopes of scoring the exclusive. Vinty, how does it feel to have won another Calligrapher of the Year award? A reporter asked me. Before I could answer, another dozen people shouted over each other, hoping for my attention. Vinty, may I get a photo of you? With you? Can you sign some autographs for my kids and for me, of course? Oh, I can't believe I'm standing this close to Vinty. My fans stomped their dirty shoes all over the red carpet. Finally, my bodyguards pulled out their pepper sprays to keep these fans in check. Oh, don't pull out the pepper sprays, that's so mean. A young male reached in my direction despite having a spray aimed at his face. Rather admirable for a peasant. I extended a hand for this male fan to kiss. Unfortunately for him, he fainted at the sight of my perfectly polished nails. Oh, that's so nice. That's so funny. I reached my limousine at last. My bodyguard opened the door for me, and as I climbed in, my trailing fans snapped as many photos as they could. Miss Vinty, Miss Vinty, the crowd chanted as my car window pulled out. How odd, they never referred to me as Miss. Oh, my graceful present must have been too much for their sanity. These poor things. Miss Vinty, Miss Vinty. In the morning, oh, the way she woke up just like me in the morning. Well, I had fun while it lasted. At least I got to ride in a limousine for a good 30 seconds. In real life, my only registered vehicle was, well, my 10-year-old bicycle. My apartment had no space for a car anyway. Oh, she was only dreaming. I see. Actually, this single room with cracked walls might be an insult to the word apartment. Pull up those curtains for a spectacular $1 view featuring a sewage pipe and a wall tainted with yellow. Just open the window if you wish to smell sewage as well. A breathtaking experience. By the way, sorry, I needed to take back the one room thing. This place actually had 2 rooms. Thank you very much. The second room happened to be a toilet. That still counted, right? The toilet clogged 3 months ago, so be careful when using it. Oh my gosh. Miss Vinty, Miss Vinty. A woman's voice echoed from outside. She was no fan, but rather my landlady. I glanced over at my clock. 6 a.m. Waiting another hour or 2 could have been nice. She probably just wanted to tell me about another rent rise. Nothing good ever came out of that woman's mouth. I would be better off staying in bed. I guess we can rise and shine, Missy. Coming! As I changed into something more appropriate, the landlady still kept knocking. I said I was coming, did I? Not. Maybe I should walk out naked if that was what was she dug? Oh my god. If this were a game, we might get a sale boost too. True. Good morning, Miss Vinty. The landlady said, "I must ask, what's with that hair? It looks like you just woke up." "That's because I did. It's a waste of young ladies like you to sleep away your youth." The landlady shook her head. She had no right to preach me like this. I wanted to tell her but decided against it, as doing so would give her an excuse to lecture me further. With her size, if I enraged her, she would crush me into Vinty-flavored pancake. Nom nom nom. "Miss Vinty, your rent was due 3 days ago." "Oh well, at least there was no rent increase." "Sorry, madam, my next paycheck will come after tonight's shift, so I'll pay you first thing tomorrow morning." The landlady grunted. "All right, just know if this keeps up, you'll have to find somewhere else to live." She spun around to leave. Once she disappeared behind the corridor, I kicked my door shut, causing a piece of crack wall to fall off. I tried shoving the piece back into place. My effort resulted in more wall fragments flaking off. "Oh my god, girl." Great. The landlady would make me pay for that next month. Once I became an accomplished calligrapher, she would beg for a chance to shine my shoe. Hey, I sounded a bit ranty before, but that was never my intention. A lot of famous people had humble beginnings. I would follow in their footsteps, but first, I needed to put in the work. Oh. Missy, you're in trouble. And so, I returned to the busiest street in my area. With my calligraphies spread before me, I sat on the concrete and rested my back against the fence. Car horns blared behind me, mixed with people shouting things about each other's mothers. These cars kept expelling fumes and made me choke. Just one of the many things I dealt with in the name of the art. Pedestrians took up almost every inch of space on the street ahead. Surely, this would be the day when somebody spotted my talent. Dot. As always, no one afforded me anything more than a passing glance, and will soon dwindled. Let me be honest, I never expected to be showered with praise by every head who passed here. What was that old saying? 10% of the people you reach out to you will buy your work. I could live with that, even just 1%. Please, anything but 0. I wanted to scream at these people. They had no idea how much sweat I poured onto these calligraphies. Let's persevere. I decided to keep these pleasures to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wondered if my patience would ever become worthwhile. Just as I thought this, a man paused to look at my calligraphies. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. Oh my gosh, same. As the man eyed my works one by one, I felt my cheeks heating from anticipation. At last, someone who spared more than a moment with my works. This must be my reward. The timing could hardly be more perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with the man, but he spoke first. "You're charging for these?" I managed a tiny nod. The man snorted. "I would never hang this on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free." How rude. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I've ever seen. Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with the ease. Then he would just how big of a blunder he had made. I would restrain, because I don't want to cause trouble. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off. Determined to prove him wrong, I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. That's the spirit. Another 1,000 people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer will be a waste of time. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew that man's words had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy would mean I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet, if I locked a gift, persevering might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes and I clenched my fists to hold them back. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying within the crowd. Looked like we had lost a child on our hands. Some pedestrians shot him glances, but none of them offered more than that. Oh my gosh, human, please. These really were horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my calligraphies to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. I would help, of course. If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did the same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. There, it's okay. Did you lose mommy? The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost mommy, okay? I'll help you find her, so there's no need to be scared. The kid managed a nod at last, and I whispered, "Good boy," in his ear. What's your mommy's name? Hungry. Her name is Hungry? The boy Tommy growled, and I realized what he meant. Oh, well, how about I buy a sandwich? The kid shook his head. I want ice cream. Hey kid, ice cream is more of a dessert actually. I want ice cream. And so, ice cream it was, one for him and none for me. The money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor wallet. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than let half of it melt on his shirt. Jessie, the boy said. That's mommy's name. Jessie. I called as I strode along the street. The people stared at me more than ever, enough to make me blush. In fact, maybe I should try shouting Jessie at random the next time I sold my calligraphies. Oh, that's smart. The sky turned orange as time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop reminding me. A woman squeezed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process. Mommy! The boy shook free of my hold and rushed into his mother's embrace. After muttering apologies to her son, the woman gazed toward me. Oh, thank you so much for your help. You're wonderful. Just wonderful. The torrent of praises curled my lips into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing. Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know, the mother said. Actually, there's something I need help with. The mother nodded. Anything in my power, miss? Which way back to the train station?